Rising with the Trading Institute. We're going to go ahead and start this evening's session. Before we switch screens here and start to take a look at current market, a couple of points. Once again, to enlarge your screen, there's an icon in the upper right of your screen that says full screen. If you click on that, it'll maximize the view for you. And then based on your computer configuration, if you hit your F11 key after you do that, it may enhance the screen or enlarge the screen a little bit more. So once again, just click that icon in the upper right of your screen where it says full screen, and it will maximize your view. Also, sometimes during the course of the presentation, based on your internet connectivity, based on the memory capacity of your computer, you sometimes will experience a little bit of audio difficulty. The two solutions for this are: one is you may be running too many applications during the course of this presentation. So if you find the audio broadcast portion, the integrity of the audio broadcast portion start to diminish, simply close down some of your applications and you may find that it will enhance the quality of the audio broadcast. The other solution is sometimes based on the internet connectivity in your area, your bandwidth can be challenged based on web traffic in your area, and so simply by logging out and logging back in, we'll reestablish new connectivity and establish good, clean audio broadcast again. So once again, if you experience any type of audio difficulty during the course of the presentation, one, you may need to close down some applications, or two, you may need to just simply log out and log back in. This evening's agenda, the session itself will last between 70 and 90 minutes. Some of it will be based on market conditions. One of the things we'd like to see if we can do is see if we can get some live entry points developed here. It's always based on market conditions. We're going to talk a little bit about the differences between technology-based trading applications and rule-based trading applications. We're going to discuss some of the common pitfalls that people experience when they first pursue getting involved in online trading. We're going to talk a little bit about why the Forex market is a prime market to trade in an online venue. Go into a little bit of an overview of our training program here at the Trading Institute. Talk a little bit about what we look for in a trading setup. We'll summarize everything and then close out the session. I encourage you to attend a second session if this is your first time attending. We do go over a lot of information in a short period of time. It's always beneficial to hear the same information a second time. The reality is we learn by hearing things more than one time. We are conditioned through repetition. We all would like to believe that we grasp all of the information in the first go-round, but the reality is you will retain less than 20% of the information that we discuss in this evening's session by tomorrow morning. So once again, if what you see is of interest to you this evening, please make arrangements to participate in the second session. We have another session coming up this coming Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As well as we have a number of recorded presentations on our website, so I encourage you to take some time this weekend or at your leisure and thoroughly review our website, because we do have, as I said, a number of recorded presentations with live trading setups and those presentations as well. So let me go ahead and switch screens here now so we can start to take a look at current market here. We do potentially have a long setup developing right here on our dollar versus yen. We need to keep an eye on that for a little bit more, but let me just go ahead and notate that. What you should see on your screen now is a series of 4 charts. In the upper left, you've got the euro versus the dollar. In the lower left, we've got the dollar versus the Japanese yen. In the upper right, we've got the British pound versus the dollar. And in the lower right, we've got the dollar versus the Swiss franc. These are what we call the 4 major currency pairs. We focus on these 4 pairs because they're the most active, the most robust, offer the most consistent trading opportunities, and most importantly, the transaction costs are the lowest. You could trade any currency pair with our trading methodology that we teach here at the Trading Institute, but once again, we focus on these 4 because they are the most active, they are the most consistently robust, and the transaction cost is the lowest. Once again, we've got in the upper left, we've got the euro versus the dollar. Lower left, we've got the dollar versus the Japanese yen. Upper right, we've got the British pound versus the dollar. And the lower right, we've got the dollar versus the Swiss franc. Once again, these are what we call the four major currency pairs. These are all live, real-time market that we're looking at here. We potentially have a long setup developing on our dollar versus yen, which is lower left there. We'll see how things develop. And that's one of the benefits of working off of a rule-based trading application is we can simply sit back, follow our trading plan. A market then needs to adhere to our rules, and then we either have a trade or we don't. Remember, one of our primary objectives as traders is to preserve capital. Oftentimes individuals believe that the primary objective as a trader is to constantly be trading, but our objective is to preserve and grow capital. So anything we can do to help us stay on the sidelines and wait for the absolute best trading setups is actually to our advantage over the long haul. And oftentimes people have a misconception. The belief is the more that they can trade, that's how they're going to be able to consistently make money. And the reality is overtrading is one of the single biggest reasons why people are not successful. Is this continued want to constantly be trading is the number one reason why people fail and are not successful at trading. Here at the Trading Institute, let me just clarify before we start to get into the content of the presentation, we are a training organization. Oftentimes when people first participate in these presentations, they're under the idea that we are Forex brokers, and that's not what we do. We are specifically a training company. We teach people how to trade the Forex. We teach a trading methodology or a rule-based trading application. This trading methodology is not a trading system. Once again, it is a rule-based trading application developed specifically to trade the Forex market on an intraday basis. One of the key attributes of our trading methodology is it allows an individual to spend a minimal amount of time in front of their computer looking for trading opportunities. We encourage people to spend a minimal amount of time in front of their computers. Both in the training process and the trading process, ideally individuals spend a few hours a day per trading session looking for trading opportunities. The average length of time for a trade for us is under 80 minutes. In the morning they happen very fast because market's moving rapidly. In the afternoon and the evening they're a little bit slower, but on average we spend less than 80 minutes in a transaction. And that's one of our primary attributes. So once again, let me clarify, here at the Trading Institute, we teach a trading methodology, a rule-based trading application specifically designed to allow an individual to spend a minimum amount of time in front of their market, in front of their computers, looking for trading opportunities and maximizing their profits. I mentioned that one of the top reasons individuals are not consistently successful is overtrading. The second biggest reason that individuals are not successful is they spend too much time in front of their computers. Countless hours in front of their computers watching the market. What happens is then we have a tendency to read into the market. It's very similar to, for instance, when you take an extended trip in your car. Say you wanted to drive your automobile for 5 hours. In the first couple hours of the trip, your perceptions, your ability to stay focused, your attention to what was going on is much more heightened than it is in the third or fourth or fifth hour, because you start to experience what's called highway hypnosis. And the same thing happens when you spend extended hours in front of your computers, is you have a tendency to read into the markets and make bad trading decisions. It's a common phenomenon to give money back the more time you spend in front of your computers looking for trading opportunities, and that's why I stress one of the primary attributes of our trading methodology is it allows an individual to spend a minimal amount of time in front of the markets, in front of their computers. We trade the Forex market because it offers us ease of access. It's open 5 days a week, 24 hours a day. It's one of the fastest growing markets in the world. The Forex market opens Sunday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, closes Friday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So based on geographic location or time zone, there are a number of prime windows that you can focus on. The prime windows that we look at these are all Eastern Standard Time. The prime window is the first session we look at is from 7 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we have a session from 1 to 3 p.m. The session that we're in right now from 7 p.m.